Recorded live from the John Puccino studio inside of High Tech High School in Secaucus, New Jersey. It's the eSports Show on WHIT Podcasting. Call in and join the conversation at 201-589-0321. I'm your announcer, Mr. Krinisky, and now your host, Lucas Velasquez.
Good morning. I'm your host, Lucas Velasquez, and with me today is Mr. George Reyes, Mateo Amy, and Mr. Krinisky. Behind the glass is Mr. DeBiro. That's about it. Today's topic is esports now, our journey to states and nationals this year. Yippee.
So yeah, just to start things off, congratulations you guys for making it this far. You've been on a multi-year run at this point, and we just keep things going on. So tell us about states so far.
You want to start us off, Mateo?
Yeah, I think states, especially the format, has been really interesting to adapt to compared to the crew battle format. And I think specifically just it's harder because it's a more concentrated amount of talent compared to crew battles. Crew battles, normally a team will have around one or two good players, and then they'll have a third one that maybe isn't so good. That doesn't apply for us, but for most teams, I've noticed that. For doubles, however, most teams have one or two good people. So doubles, it's a 2v2 format. Suddenly, you have both the two good people. So I feel like the matches often end up being harder because of that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And you have to play kind of differently when you're playing with a partner. And like your synergy levels have to be up there in order to compete at the highest level. Because you can have two really good players, but if they don't know how to work together, then you're pretty much going to lose the person who maybe mid-level, but like they really know how to work as a team. So
yeah, that synchronization really is what gives you guys that step above other teams when it comes to essentially winning or losing a match in the end. Because like you guys said, like you both are really good players because you are the duos team for this season, and George kind of sat on the sidelines as a sub, but he was in the Rocket League season. Yeah. But I think that is something that has High Tech stand out above mostly other schools is while most of us tout us kind of like on the curtails of Lucas's skills, Mateo's right up there, coming in strong. So having that dual team of two really good players, that good sync, really is what gives that step above every other team, in my opinion. And then George right here in the background, getting ready to play whenever he's needed.
Yes.
How do you feel, George?
I feel good. States with not only, Rocket League, but states in general with the past seasons, including like Street Fighter and other Smash seasons. It's been a great experience playing crews and everything. It's very well to fight for the state,
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So kind of going over things, I have some notes here. It is us versus OPATCon, Sterling versus Pleasantville, Barnegate versus Snyder, and Union City, our old rivals, against Memorial. So this season they decided to do 4 different belts for Smash duos because Smash is probably one of the biggest esports the high school level has been doing lately. So they have such a large amount of teams that want to compete that they had to split it up. And I feel like this both helps and hurt us a little bit because it helps because we don't have to play against Union City as we usually end up doing. But it also hurts because it feels like our victory, if we do win, which I feel like we will, is a little diminished because like, oh, we're not the best of the best. We're top of the best of the 4 or whatever.
Yeah, so. I mean, I really don't know how to feel about it either. I mean, I try not to have too much of an ego, but I feel like they made that change because we won like the past 3 years. So
yeah, it always came down to basically being us or Union City, and for the most part.
Yeah, and I kind of did like beating Union City. But yeah, I mean, I don't really mind it too much. It's nice that other schools can have a step in, glory and having a belt for themselves. But it does take away a little bit of the, fire that I had in competing. But I mean, it's fine. We're still gonna win. It'll be nice. What's it called? OPATCon. Well, what are their team members? I think it's
Bell.
Let me check. Oh, you have
Bell, Mr. Bell.
And then
plays Isabel.
And then I don't know who else it is.
It is
Janor, I think.
I vaguely remember something.
Let me double check if I can pull it up on my notes, which I now can't find. Yeah, I can't find it right now, but yeah, it was Bell, and it wasn't Incineroar. I think there was a McLeod in there as well.
Yeah.
So-
But either way, you guys have been, doing amazing. Making what seed? What seed did you guys
I
place?
think we're first
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah,
So
first
So yeah,
seed,
we got
incredible.
first seed over
Yeah.
Hapat Kong. We had the same amount of points going in, but we just stuck to schedule
Mhm.
best, so that's what put us over. I know that Mr. Bell's really good at doubles, but I feel like Mateo and I have kind of built up our foundation in doubles, and we hit some like pretty sick clips, and we're doing really well. So I think
Yeah, there
we
was
should-
that
we
one
should
you
win.
had. Was it? I don't know if it was the last match or the match before
I
that,
think it was a match before.
where like you both kind of like just kept tossing one person back and forth. You were literally playing a game of ping pong to their
Yeah,
defeat.
that's funny.
And I guess we should explain the format a little bit. The way it works, we've already mentioned it a little bit. It's a 2v2 format. And so pretty much just 2 players on screen per team. So if there's 4 people on screen, 2 people per team. So it'd be like me and Lucas versus, I don't know, Jimbo 1 and Bumbo 2, for example. And it's a 2v2, and it's just a normal game besides that. But it's a 2v2, and you can attack your teammates, which can be used for a lot of strategic situations as well.
Yeah, and combined with our characters, because I play Luigi, he has a big touch of death moves, and combined with Mateo's character Diddy Kong, who's like fast on the ground, it's a pretty good combo because I can go ahead and get the kills, and Mateo can help me out and run to me if I need help, or vice versa. So,
Yeah, I've noticed the kit synergy between them. It works really well. There's a lot of things that you think wouldn't work, but then they just do really well. Like Diddy Kong, for example, he's a banana peel that can trip your opponent, and Luigi has a move that if it's hard to hit, but if he hits it, it can like kill your opponent really early. So a lot of times what will happen is I can just throw the banana, and then he can just get a super early kill, or he can get like a huge combo, or if Casey's like Luigi defensively, he isn't that good in terms of like getting out of disadvantage. Like if he's in a bad situation, it's hard for him to get out of due to like lack of mobility. So because of that, it often like Diddy Kong has a ton of mobility, so I can just like fly across the screen and just like save him.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful.
Yeah, for sure. And while we're on the topic of our esports with the states, we do have to give a shout out to our first ever Valkyrie team. They didn't make it to the finals, but they did really have a good run with Brielle and Asha,
Yes, shout outs to Asha, Brielle,
Lindsay,
Lindsay, and Liana.
Liana. Yeah, they all did really, really well this season, and especially for like their first time competing at like a semi-professional level, it really just shows like not only High Tech is good with just the main Smash team, but we could really compete with the others as well. When it comes to the Valkyrie team, our contenders team did pretty well as well.
Did we win that season with contenders?
I think we probably would have if they did a finals for it. We would have been in the standings, but since it's contenders, they don't really have that as a final setup.
Yeah, so shout outs to them. I believe it was what was it, Sebastian,
Dwayne.
Dwayne, and Joseph.
Yeah.
Blue. Yes.
And
Shout out to
and
them.
George.
Yeah, and me.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So all in all, it's been a pretty good season for us, and we're going to continue moving forward. Hopefully on Saturday, we take home another esports belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, but other than that, you could find us on the Garden State ESports Twitch channel when they have that streaming live. So just search up Garden State's Esports on Twitch, and you'll find that.
I believe we start at 9,
Mhm.
and All Star Awards is at 1 or 12.
Yeah, which you
I think,
won another.
Which I won
award.
another one. Of.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Mateo, you were close. You were close this time.
You were
Yeah.
close.
But
We
yeah,
split it evenly too.
maybe if we're lucky and we can convince the head of the GSE to do like that one shot of having the 4 winners play.
I actually really would like that. I really want to talk to. I haven't gotten a chance to like write something nice up, but I mean, like I definitely, even if there's no prize, I feel like it would still
just for the
gain viewers because it's like the
Best of
4
the
best
best,
teams, the best of the best, trying to compete with who's actually the best,
Yeah.
Because if there's 4 championships, I'm sure at least somebody in the crowd will be like, well, who's the best out of the 4?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it would be a nice little.
Yeah, it'd be good. Even if we just kind of have some extra downtime afterwards to run it ourselves, just kind
Yeah.
of for fun.
I'd definitely try to do that.
Yeah, because I think the other teams would also appreciate it, and I know like a couple of teams have reached out to us over the season just even asking for like scrimmages. Like we had some middle school reach out to us and play. We've had like a couple
They
other high
weren't that
schools.
bad.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But I think having that camaraderie amongst all the teams definitely kind of builds it up even more, just as a community within the state championships.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, states aside, you want to talk about nationals a bit?
Nationals. Hold on, let's see. What was the last time that we talked about nationals? It was after Mateo and I and George, right? You also
Yeah, after we qualified for the first
Yeah,
season.
after we qualified for the first season. So we pretty much we qualified for the first season through regional brackets, and all three of us, and then
as well as
in
cruise.
cruise,
Yeah.
as well as in
as
cruise.
well as
So
in
there's 2 chances to winning. And this season, only Mateo and I competed since George had to catch up on some
Some
schoolwork.
classes, yeah.
But I mean, again, we
But-
won our regional brackets, and we are set to compete on the weekend of the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. I know seeding just went out, and for those of you who don't know what seeding is, they pretty much throughout the course of a tournament, or just in general, they'll look up like a players and their standings, their rankings, how much they won, how much they lost, to ultimately determine how well they would do in the actual tournament. So that's how they sort out the bracket so that the best player doesn't play against the second best player in the first round.
Yeah.
And I believe what's it called? Mateo, you got the first seed.
I got the first.
Yes.
And he got the
Congrats.
first seed. I believe I'm 4th seed.
Yeah, you're fourth seed.
Yeah.
I think that's due to alphabetical order.
Yes.
Yeah.
George, I'm not sure.
I believe you were
Like
22nd.
22nd. Yeah.
Yeah, 22nd.
and that's only because
That's only
you
for
didn't
playing
compete.
in one
Yeah.
Yeah.
season. But
So yeah, out of a total, I believe, of 25 points, I think it was, that you could get or allowed to get, Mateo and Lucas both ended up having the 25. George, I believe you ended up with like the 12 or whatever it
Yeah.
is for it.
Well, it's per season, so me and Lucas had 50 total.
yeah.
Oh yeah, correct,
And
you're
then
correct.
George had
So yeah, so
25.
Oh,
George
yeah,
had
yeah,
25
yeah.
and Lucas Mateo had 50,
Mhm.
and the seating is most likely based off of alphabetical, which works in
Yeah.
Mateo's favor. So congratulations for having the top seed.
The funny thing about the alphabetical order is technically I would be the 5th seed because it was a 5-way tie for
No,
first.
you'd be
Well,
fourth.
yeah, you
You'd
would be
fourth.
fourth.
4th.
Yeah, because it moves up, it shifts up.
Yeah,
So you would be knocked down. We would like switch spots.
yeah, essentially.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
So yeah,
No,
and
but it was a 5-way tie. I would have been last for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
semantics.
So I had my prefix actually was set to ban WeFit, which is it's a funny because the character WeFit trainer, and I had my prefix set to that as a little jokey joke. I was like, no, this would be kind of funny because WeFit trainer isn't actually that good, but I was like, oh, we should ban her. It'd be pretty funny. So I had my prefix set to that, and then because of that alphabetical order, it started with a B, and it was the first, and it was the tie in the alphabetical order because of the prefix I said as a joke. I ended up as the first seed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
that's
joke
good.
lucked out in your favor. So both of you essentially tied for top seeds, which is amazing amongst, I believe, 300 plus schools competing.
Mhm.
You were the top seed for cruise for the 3 of you all together. And I believe you guys are top seed for chess as well. So George, you
Oh,
were on
yeah.
Oh yes,
the
chess.
chess aspect of it. So
I
that
don't
was,
think we talked about chess last
No.
time. George, you want to enlighten us on chess?
I mean, our chess team has been doing amazing. Shout out to the team. And we've not only got placed into the nationals using only one season, but with an no loss streak.
yeah.
So
Nice.
all
you guys
wins.
kind of did a similar thing to what we did last year.
Yeah.
How we
Yeah.
qualified because you guys only compete. You guys started competing in the
On the
later
second
season.
Only having
So
that
you guys
season.
had to
Yeah.
make it, or
Yeah,
Or
you had
we
that
don't make it.
advantage, Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But your competition is actually online the week
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Yes.
about that?
Well, I mean, I'll be there. I mean, I think some of the matches are scheduled to happen around the same time our cruise and singles may happen. So what's likely to happen is that, I'll be there, but the thing is, due to my other matches in person, I'm gonna have to, check in with them online and stuff.
Mhm.
And since it is online, they'll be playing. And I'll be in person there to see how things turn out, how things roll out. And hopefully, they win and carry the gold home.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
job.
that's the plan.
Good job.
Yeah, so
Who are your teammates?
So we got Cheyenne, Derek and Ronak
Mhm.
as the kind of the leads of the team.
Starters.
Yeah, and yeah, that's. I mean, oh wow, and we got some clips from
previous years.
previous seasons.
So yeah, with everything working out as well as we have and the confidence we have in the team, I think we might end up taking home essentially 3 national trophies this
Yeah.
time, all things considered. So it'll be really nice. It'll be a top up from the one that Lucas took home last year. So Lucas, you took home that trophy and were named the #1 player in the school side nationals. And this year, maybe we'll get Lucas, George, and Mateo, or in some order of taking first, second, and thirds for that setup, and then
Yeah.
first for Cruz, and then George will hopefully be taking home the trophy for chess for his team.
Yes, 100%.
So all in all, great things. And one last thing before I do forget is we do have to do some shout outs to a lot of the other people who have helped us get to where we are today. So going to Florida for the Nationals is a pricey endeavor. So we do have to thank a lot of the families and friends that were contributing to help us fund our trip down there. Especially we have to give a shout out to Mr. Wayne Zitt of Guttenberg, who donated some money for our endeavors. Mr. Daniel Rivera, who also donated some money. Along with that, all the friends and family who helped participate in our fundraisers, all those who even aren't even going to the Nationals that are on the esports team or esports adjacent with us that helped do the fundraising with us to really get us where we are now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because without them, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to compete.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Thank
obviously,
you. everybody.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much, everyone.
Thank you all.
also obviously a shout out to Miss Young,
Mhm.
Miss Amy Lynn Rodriguez, and
Everyone else.
Miss Franco, and everybody else.
And everyone
Mr.
else.
Piro in the back, wherever he is.
We'll make sure
Shout
to
out
win.
him. Yeah, we'll make him proud. But yeah, so anything else you guys want to say before we head things off?
Not really. I think.
Shout out to Union City, especially you, Frank, because you really like stuck it out. I know that. So he actually lost both times in the final for the playoffs brackets, but it was like very close both times, and he actually got enough points to reach the 11th seed. So
Right.
shout out Union City always, just for always like being rivals, keeping us in the game,
Yeah, Frank's the real
and
one.
supporting, of course.
And we also got to give some shout outs to like some alum esports players like Eric and Dom.
Yes.
Right?
Oh
Who are
yeah.
hopefully going to be coming with us, and Eric's who's been helping practice.
Bad news about that. Dom won't be able to join us. But Eric said that he's gonna book stuff, so
Okay,
he will
so-
be coming with us.
Sweet, so
Dom
yeah.
won't be
Okay.
coming this year. He's gonna try next year, but
It just goes to show that regardless, our esports family is strong even after
Yeah.
people graduate.
and I'll definitely be sticking around. Once,
Yeah.
this
we'll need you to come in and help practice.
little scallywag right
Yeah.
here.
So anything else from you, George?
No, I think that was a great interview. Great session we had. We covered a lot, and yeah.
Yeah, so if anything, look forward to us hopefully next week to do another podcast about how we won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you might not hear from us for a while if we lost.
If you don't see us, that's
Yeah.
how we know. How we lost.
Yeah,
I'll be locking
exactly.
myself in my room and
Yeah, just kicking some rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching the esports show. Tune into WHIT Podcasting's YouTube and Twitter pages for more info and shows. Have a great day.
bye-bye.
Yeah.